calls mount for Indiana Fever's key rebounder to be traded as old wounds against Caitlin Clark. HeatUp. It's almost December, and the WNBA offseason is in full swing. But for the Indiana Fever, the last few months have been enough for resting after a grueling 2024 season. With Stephanie White as the new head coach, and mostly returning players, it's time to get to work. However, among those returning, fans are not happy that NaLyssa Smith is one, given how often she fanned the flames of controversy with Caitlin Clark. In a now-deleted post from the Indiana Fever, an animated graphic showed Stephanie White standing before 6 players: Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, Lexi Hull, NaLyssa Smith, Tammy Fagbennel, and Kelsey Mitchell. The caption read, "New era, new energy. Already making plans for next season." Out of these, Mitchell's return has been hotly debated, but the Fever execs have made it clear that they want her on the team. Mitchell had been indecisive about staying in Indiana and has been playing overseas for the Shaanxi Flame of the Women's Chinese Basketball Association. Her elite stats there come after one of her best seasons in the WNBA, with an explosive backcourt alongside the first overall pick, and the Fever obviously hope for a return for 2025 and after, while the rest of the cast was also expected to return to the show. Caitlin Clark will likely once again stage next year. NaLyssa Smith was one member fans didn't count on. Does the deletion of the post hint at who the team was aiming to core, but have changed their minds last minute? Either way, Fever fans have made one thing clear: Caitlin Clark fans do not want NaLyssa Smith back. When Dejanai Carrington poked Caitlin Clark in the eye in Game 1 of the playoffs, number 22's fans instantly turned against the Connecticut Sun player. The perceived slight hurt more, because Carrington is reportedly dating Fever's NaLyssa Smith, who some fans already had beef with. One fan commented on the now-deleted post, "Trade Smith please." Another stated, "Smith gotta go. Lacking team commitment." Back in September, when Smith had a great game on the 15th versus the Wings, Carrington had posted to X, "See what happens when my girl gets some touches." Smith had originally replied, "Fun while it lasted, babe," but that comment was later deleted after backlash. In another instance, the Fever player had also asked in October, "Who y'all think the best passer in the league is?" It has been largely clear since her Iowa days that the title currently belongs to Caitlin Clark, and fans replied to her post accordingly, thinking Smith did not deserve that title. It certainly added to the narrative of Smith versus Clark in fans' minds. One fan commented on the Fever post, "We need a better bench. We need to trade Smith." One of the biggest issues in the Fever roster was their lack of depth. In fact, they only had a few reliable players stepping onto the court when additional help was required. Hence, the fans' sentiment is not just an opinion, but also a truth about how this team can further improve itself. With White replacing Christie Sides, another fan hoped, maybe Smith will be better with the new coach. Many instances from the last WNBA season pointed out how Sides did not utilize her players as well as she could. Moreover, calls mounted when the former head coach did not give enough minutes to the second-best rebounder of the team when playing against a defensively headstrong Connecticut Sun in the playoffs. Additionally, with the Golden State Valkyries now joining the WNBA officially, their roster selection is expected to take place in early December. And one fan assumes, well, we have our answer. That's the protected 6. Although no reports have confirmed who the Fever is going to protect in this free agency, their focus is entirely on their backcourt shooter Kelsey Mitchell. So far, it's unclear whether this post was originally supposed to be made after the Fever officially announced their protected 6. Like Mitchell, Smith is also in China playing for the Zhejiang Golden Bulls. While the number 2 draft from 2022 does not lack talent, Clark's fans might not take well with her returning for 2025. Or maybe, with the new coach, the probable tension between her and the reigning roadie will also disappear.